Hey guys, I'm Kathleen Jennings from the Beauty Now blog, and this is my first YouTube video. I've had the Beauty Now blog for a while, but I don't really like the sound of my own voice, and so I've been really hesitant to do YouTube, but I think it's time to start. So I wanted to talk today about the difference between Makeup Forever Original High Definition Foundation and the new version, the Ultra High Definition Foundation. So I have them right here. This is the original high definition foundation, and this is the ultra high definition. This is the new version. They look identical, except one says ultra and the other one does not. So let me start by saying how this original high definition foundation became my super holy grail go-to. So during the day, I like to use a foundation with a high SPF because I'm always out with the kids or whatever. You are always getting sunlight to your face, like just going to your car. So it's very important that you have a high physical blocker SPF. I've been using the IT Cosmetics CC Cream Illumination. But at night, whenever I go to events, I feel like sometimes if you're wearing an SPF, especially one that has a physical blocker, that has a really high concentration of zinc oxide in particular, you can get that like white face or flashback whenever you take photos. So at night, I don't use my IT Cosmetics. I've been using the Makeup Forever High Definition Foundation for probably, I don't know, 2.5 years now. At one time, I went around and kind of sampled all the different high definition foundations. I know I tried the Urban Decay one, I tried the Hourglass one, and the Makeup Forever was the only one that had really high coverage, but it was undetectable on the skin. I mean, literally you couldn't see it on the skin. So beautiful. I've been using this for years. First I'd apply my Laura Mercier oil-free primer, and then the Makeup Forever High Definition Foundation, and then set it with the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder. That was like a fantastic combination. It was my go-to. Wonderful. I got so many compliments on my skin. It was great. And then Makeup Forever just announced earlier this year, 2015, that they are releasing a new ultra high definition foundation. So I'm like, well, that's gotta be great. I mean, if I liked the original high definition, ultra's gotta be better, right? And I kind of assumed that they were still going to keep the regular line and this was just going to be in addition. So went to Sephora and lo and behold, it's a completely different formula. I actually went to Sephora a couple times because the first time I went, I was like, I know that I'm in 120, color in 120, and they didn't have it in the new formulation. And I tried what was supposed to be the equivalent on my hand. The equivalent, they say, is Y245 in the new ultra high definition. And it just didn't look like it matched my skin at all. I was super disappointed. But went back to my house. I got my precious bottle with the last few drops of high definition foundation. You can see it's like, you know, just the dregs in there. It's so sad. So I went and I used my precious last few drops to compare the color. You know, they tell you at Sephora that the equivalent is actually a half shade lighter in the bottle, but then it dries to about the same shade. I would say that the shade match didn't end up being the problem. When I did get the Y245 home with me and I put them both on my skin, once it dried, I really couldn't tell a difference. They both seemed to match my skin equally well. So that really wasn't the problem. And I'll insert a still photo of swatches on my arm so you can see the difference in the shade. It's a tiny, tiny difference. It's there. I keep changing my mind as to whether the new version is lighter, a half shade lighter or darker. It kind of depends, but it's a pretty good match. If you are in 120, you're okay going with the new color. Here's my problem. The formula is completely different than the old one. I loved the way that the old high definition foundation just gave you this perfect, glowy, poreless finish that was undetectable on skin. This new version is completely different. It's runny. It's super runny. So you know those new foundations that have been released recently, like the Giorgio Armani Maestro foundation, and YSL makes one. There's L'Oreal Magic Nude. Bare Minerals like serum foundation. They're like liquidy, runny, just almost like water, super way thinner than any, you know, foundations of the past. And then they turn sort of into a matte on the skin. But I've tried multiple of those and I don't really, they don't work for me. I have melasma and I'm 35, like barely. I just barely turned 35 in July. So I'm like practically almost 34, but mid 30s, okay? So I've got combination skin. I've got some of the melasma from having babies. I've got some sunspots, redness around my nose. I've got some under eye circles. You can't see it right now because I have a lot of makeup on. But that's what I'm looking for, a foundation to cover. And these thin new foundations that have been released just do not have the coverage for me. If you're some like 22-year-old and I don't even actually know why you're wearing foundation, you probably should just not wear foundation. But I think it would be good for that. But if you're really trying to cover something, I just don't think it has the coverage. And I was so disappointed to find out that the ultra high definition is one of those runny, liquidy foundations. I wrote a full blog post that you can find on beautynowapp.com, and I list out the ingredients so you can compare the ultra high definition versus the original. A lot of the ingredients are actually the same, but they have switched the first two ingredients. You know, the first one listed is always the one that has the most, the highest amount, and then so on and so forth. Well, so the new ultra high definition, let me see, I have the box right here. So instead of having water as the first ingredient like the original version does, this one has cyclopentasiloxane as the first ingredient. Now the original also has this cyclopentasiloxane in it, but it's the second ingredient. So they flip-flopped those. So I did a little bit of research, and you can read more about it if you read the blog post with the full comparison between these two foundations. But that's basically just a silicone. And so I'm not a chemist, but what I'm guessing is that making silicone the first ingredient instead of water, it's like a smaller molecule, it's more slippery, and it allows the foundation to be more runny and not as thick. It sounds really great in theory, but I just don't get the coverage with the ultra high definition that I did with the first one. You know, it seems to actually show, it's pretty undetectable on the skin. It's a good foundation. It's a good foundation. It's just not my holy grail foundation like the other. I feel like my pores show through a little better, and it definitely does not have the coverage. I see my sunspots poke through a little bit more. And then the old one definitely has more of a glowy finish. It's definitely more moisturizing. This new one, the ultra high definition, it dries. Once it dries, it's very sort of like drying looking and chalky. I think it might be good on younger skins, people that have oilier skins. I think this would be a good product for you. But if you're a devotee of the former and maybe you have more combination skin with dry patches like I do, I really just don't think that you're going to like the ultra high definition as much as you liked the first one, unfortunately. It is so sad. Makeup Forever, why did you do this to us? Why did you discontinue it? You know, I went and I talked to the Sephora people, and I was very concerned. First of all, I asked if I could buy back stock. I emailed Sephora to see if I could buy back stock. I also emailed Makeup Forever to see if I could have buy back stock, and no one has responded. So I'll keep you posted on that. But I also asked the Sephora people who are super knowledgeable about what is a good dupe for this if I liked the original version, and they steered me towards the Givenchy Tint Couture. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But again, it was one of those super thin foundations. I also tried the Nars All Day Luminous foundation, which is another new foundation that is getting a lot of great press and reviews, and beauty bloggers love it. Again, it's that super thin, runny foundation, and I think it starts to look dry on my skin after it dries. The closest dupe I've found so far is the earlier Nars foundation. It's the Nars Sheer Glow foundation, and a lot of beauty bloggers have liked this one for a while. I'd always thought, oh, you don't know what you're talking about because Makeup Forever is so fantastic. Well, we don't have it anymore. So sure enough, I tried this Sheer Glow, and it's definitely closer to the old Makeup Forever. I don't think it has quite as much coverage. And the color match, I tried Deauville as the color. It doesn't work for my skin quite as well as the Makeup Forever did, but it's definitely better than the new version of the Ultra High Definition. So I'm going to continue trying foundations. If I find something that's an exact dupe for the old formulation of the Makeup Forever High Definition, I will for sure let y'all know. I'll put links to buy the products in the comments below, but please let me know how you like my first YouTube video. Like I said, I've been doing the Beauty Now blog for a while, but I've been hesitant and scared to start YouTube because I'm afraid, you know, oh, it's low budget, my camera won't look good, the lighting won't look good, but here I am and I'm trying. So hope you enjoyed my review, and please follow me at Beauty Now app on social. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.